Once you've opened up your Unity project, you'll see that the structure is pretty simple. We've got an art folder, which only contains a banana, and we've got a code folder, in which we'll make that banana appear on the screen 7 different times. Now, this might seem like way too much boilerplate. We'll be using sometimes 4 different scripts in order to make that banana appear, but the point of this is to create a project as simple as possible in order to demonstrate the point of how different things can be done and what problems can be presented from each method and what advantages each method has. We're going to start off with things that are really disadvantageous that Unity creates. And while Unity itself is good at certain things, specifically its entity framework, when it comes to communicating with other objects, it's an epic fail. So if you go into scenes, and you'll see a folder, it says game object find. And in here, this is not going to be anything particularly fancy. We just have 2 game objects, banana listener and banana caller. Open up your IDE of choice, Visual Studio, VS Code, Notepad, whatever you like, and just let's start off with a banana listener. Okay, I've got a banana listener currently opened up in the solution. I'm gonna go into Unity, and I'm gonna also open up a banana caller by double-clicking on the script. You can also do this directly from Visual Studio or really any IDE itself. You don't have to go back forth into Unity. So for those of you judging me right now for doing it very slow, I'm just doing it to demonstrate things and not to go overboard with shortcuts. So let's take a look. So this is a script which will, in the beginning, it will declare a class, a banana listener, somehow undefined, and then we have the start function in which we define a banana listener. And we define it through this: game object find banana listener get component banana listener. So what the find method does is that it looks through your entire hierarchy, parses it, and finds a game object with that specific name, and then gets its component a banana listener. In the update method, so stuff happening every single frame, once you press space, it invokes this method, turn on banana. If we look at a banana listener, we'll see that turn on banana toggles images as true. Toggle image is a method, so it takes off 1 parameter, in this case a boolean, and it turns on the component image as whatever this is being passed on. This is simply done for housekeeping, just to make sure the object is actually turned off at runtime. So let's see what's in the scene. So we see that a banana listener, the one that has the component, it's pretty good, right? It's a good setup. We can immediately access different components of each game object. We can access different scripts that are within it. It satisfies very nicely a lot of design principles. Single responsibility principle, code reuse, fantastic, right? And this is the power of entity frameworks. Unity is not the only one using this framework, far from it. Blender is another good example of doing something like this, only Blender calls its components modifiers. And Unity itself has different names. For example, this is a behavior because it inherits from mono behavior, and this is a component of something that's built into Unity. However, this used to be a behavior itself when this was acquired from NGUI. So when I will press play, and I press spacebar, and a banana appears on screen. Fantastic, our code works. But let's say something happened and somebody has changed the name of the script or removed the game object with that name, or maybe just kind of didn't follow documentation and just change it to banana listen. So when we run that command again, we'll see null reference exception. Unity is totally lost. I was expecting this object to be in the memory buffer, but it's not there. I don't know what to do. Stopping, I'm halting all of your code now. And this is happening because this game object has never been found, and we are getting the component of something that does not exist. On top of it, this method is also extremely slow. It parses the entire hierarchy. This is one of the worst ways in order for multiple objects to communicate with each other. Let's move on to another way. You might have heard of this, find of type.